Halfway.
What squat all time? Squat challenge? All time? 2025?
I'm 50. There's no squat challenge.
Oh my gosh. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Excellent. Nice.
Sunday's going strong.
Yes, Sunday's a good day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You play a ton of characters. How long have you been voice acting for?
25 years.
Oh my gosh, wow. That's the whole right One Piece.
Yeah. Most of it, yeah.
Wow, oh my gosh. And so you started off what? Trunks your first role?
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Somebody knows. Trunks was first, and then others.
Yeah, then others. What did you end up becoming Sanji?
Oh, I don't know.
That was like early 2000s.
18 years ago? I think is what we're all, like, we were doing the math the other day. I think it was 18 years. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that.
So Sanji can legally vote.
Yes. You can't get rent a car, but yeah, he's doing a lot.
Can't get all the streets health insurance yet, but we don't really want to.
No, why not? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I gotta sound that. Well, speaking of Sanji, I have a quick clip to play before we talk about the incredible history of Sanji here. So why don't we go ahead and take a look and see what are your biggest moments as of recently. You guys are pretty caught up in One Piece, so I guess spoilers if not, but I didn't put all the book, so let's take a look. There we go, no more spoilers after that. That was beautiful animation. Do you own stunts?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Always.
Yeah, a lot of time in the gym, apparently, right? Yeah.
No.
Well, Sanji, you've got such a plethora of the facts. Was it challenging learning, I guess, the pronunciation of them since most of them are French?
No, that's not too bad because the director usually has a phonetic pronunciation for me and just tells me what it is.
Oh,
It's pretty easy.
a little Duolingo action in there?
Yeah.
It's pretty Duolingo?
Yeah. It's no big deal for me.
Well, that's good. Yeah, well, you crushed it, obviously.
Oh, for me.
So what's it like being part of this cast that, in the last 2 years, you guys, it seems to be cranked out so much work to catch up with the sub. What was that experience like? Because you had other things going on, like Chamber Lock here, some of the Dragon Ball stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's being busy. When you're busy, you just get the work done. And so I just would get the work done. And I would be tired a lot more often, but that's what we have to do.
Congratulations. Thank you. Guys, that's fine. I mean, you're that's huge. I'm sorry, I'm going to embarrass you.
You can't embarrass me anymore. I'm way past that.
My child's made you cry on stage.
Oh, you can't make me cry. If you pay me, you can.
It's my secret homeward bound clip.
Okay, you talked about that last night. No more down.
What about Marlon?
No. Dying dogs.
It's the status of dogs. That's all it is. Very well. Egghead Part 2 is debuting. You guys know that's the latest arc. They're in Egghead right now. There's some big fights coming up. Do you have any hype you might be able to share with us for what's coming up with Sanji?
No. I would have to know more about my job to do that. And I really, the actor in me is show up, get the words, do the work, go home, and I don't know much more past that.
So you're the opposite of another actor.
Well, you don't have the opportunity when you work in voice voiceover to get into it in that way. So you have to actually, instead of doing some sort of method, you actually have to just listen to the director and use your reading skills, honestly, because you can see some of the script, not all of the script, and you have to have sort of an innate ability to read the dialogue before you're speaking and after you're speaking, and put together the context of the scene and take from the director their information and give an honest performance. And so it is acting, it's just a different type.
Gotcha. Well, maybe let's see you guys answer this thing. And this is my last question for you guys. So if you have questions right now, please come up to the mic, start lining up, get your questions ready. We'll take your guys' questions till the end of the panel, okay? So if you could switch places with one of your characters, which one would it be?
Switch places with one of my characters. Just the way that I'm feeling today, I would say Yuki in Fruits Basket because he's a teenager, and it would give me more time before my body started feeling the way that it does now. Which is...
He's like a martial arts master and stuff? Well, he's better than Kyo.
Yeah, he's better than Kyo. And so yeah, I would do that. That way, you know, I can be young.
There you go. Yes, the
There you go.
Hey, good answer. I like that. You've done that. Alright, let's step on up to the mic. We got some time for you guys.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey!
So, with technology changing so much from when you first started voice acting with like Sanji and Trunks to now, even with Shigaraki being the main character, the way technology has changed, has that influenced your voice acting being able to maybe see easier the original material like the manga or the sub, or being able to connect with the Japanese voice actors via social media and like with the voice acting?
I consider most of that stuff noise. Because I don't think that, like, connecting with the Japanese voice actor, we still have a language barrier there, so there wouldn't be much for me to be able to do. As far as the way technology has helped me in my career is, when we started out recording analog, we were recording on tape. Now everything is digital, so I can work in my home studio now in a way that I wouldn't have been able to 25 years ago. So that's beneficial. I wouldn't say it informs the acting as much. I'm still, you know, as an actor you're always learning, but I'm still performing the same way I have always performed something, as far as taking as much information as I can acquire and delivering a performance. But, yeah, you know, I don't know. Technology's great, but if you remove a lot of the technology from everything, what you're left with is people. And that's what my job is people. Thank you. Sure. Hello. Hey.
So my question is, would Sanji survive Hell's Would he be in Hell's Would he be able to come out of Borderlands?
Yes, Sanji would be able to survive Hell's Kitchen because Seth taught him how to survive something worse than Borderlands.
Awesome. I'm sure he stays worse than an idiot sandwich.
Yes, that's true. That's very true. Hello!
Hi. So you touched on this a little bit with the technology question. When you've been in the industry for so long, like what are the biggest things you've seen grow and change over your time?
Yeah, so technology is a big change. The other change is that when I started voicing Trunks 25 years ago, nobody cared about voice acting. And now everybody wants to be a voice actor. So there's that big change, and I think it's something that was, over time, a spotlight was put on a certain niche of the industry of actors, and of course anime exploded as a medium for entertainment delivery, and everyone started seeing that, and then everyone sort of rediscovered their favorite voice actors from cartoons in the 80s at the same time. And all of those people, you know, some are still working. So I think that the whole industry just sort of blew up. And now, like when I was in college, you could go to an acting conservatory, you could go to acting school. I went to, a regular college and was a theater major. And those are plenty of options. And now, every place in the world has a voiceover class. And so people can be trained to be voice actors as opposed to be trained to be actors, which I have a problem with, philosophically speaking. But we'll get into that later.
Hello.
Hey!
So, how do you prepare to do Shigarami's voice? That has to hurt, right?
No. If you're an actor, if you're doing a voice and it hurts, you shouldn't do it. You need, and this is where it actually goes right back to this other question. Acting training. Training teaches you how to take care of your voice so that you don't hurt it. Acting school classes, theater, will teach you how to care for your body, care for your throat, learn how to use it properly so that things don't hurt, and also understand that if you're doing a voice that hurts, by definition you won't be able to sustain that voice. So you need to do this cool voice for 2 or 3 lines, but then you lose your voice. And nobody's going to hire that person to only come in and work for 10 minutes because you have 150 lines to get through and you only got through 6. You know what I'm saying? So no, it doesn't hurt. I can voice Shigaraki for a very long period of time and it doesn't hurt. It sounds like it hurts, but that's the goal. We're giving a performance because he's the bad guy in the show. It's meant to make people feel uncomfortable. And part of the manipulation that you do is make them think that the voice hurts so that they're put off by it. Make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Sure, you gotta take care of yourself like an athlete.
What's that?
You gotta take care of yourself like an athlete.
Well, sort of like it. Vocally, yeah, absolutely.
Boxing, cold ice.
Oh yeah, yeah. Water all the time. All the time. But yeah, and there's other things with voice acting, there's a lot of voiceover people that say that you should drink hot tea. Everyone's like, oh, drink hot tea and stuff. No. Do not drink hot tea when you're done working and sitting at home. That'll be soothing on your throat. But while you're working, you need to be drinking a cold beverage. Something that is iced, preferably, because it keeps the inflammation down.
Snaps?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to take note. I want to be voice actor. It's an iced anything.
Yes.
Come on.
Alright, hello.
Hey.
Hi, so I have 2 questions. One, what got you into acting in the first place? And 2, do you have a favorite character from One Piece, Sanji or somebody else?
My favorite character in One Piece is Sanji because. Come on. Why would it be anyone else?
Anyone besides Sanji?
Besides Sanji? Why would I have to pick anyone else besides Sanji? He's the best. I like him the best. His voice actor is amazing. No, I tend to like the weird characters in One Piece that are on the side, like Buggy, and characters like that, who are just super strange. That's fun for me. What was the other part of the question?
What got you into acting in the first place?
What got me to acting? Well, that's the thing. I tell people, everybody who wants to be a voice actor, I think I was saying this to you yesterday, that if you, and I never got it because my acting teacher in high school told me that if you can do anything else with your life besides act, do that thing. And I never understood. I just thought she was being mean. But it's such a hard career. And it requires you to constantly push off people telling you that you're no good at something, that you're terrible, that you're not going to make it. It requires a certain amount of fortitude to do it forever. And that's why it has to be a passion. Because you will have naysayers at every turn your whole life. Whether you're successful or not. And so, yeah, I don't know. That makes me sad. It makes me sad that people look around the world and they think to themselves, oh, you're a kid who likes to draw, you're never going to succeed. You like to paint, you're never going to succeed. You're an actor, you're a writer. None of you are ever going to succeed, and everybody who works in the arts hears that their whole life, right? And look around this room. Every single thing in this room is created by an artist. Everything. From the building, to the floor, to the pots, everything. Hey, so what got me into acting was I grew up in a small, boring Texas town. There was nothing to do with going to the movies, so that's all I ever did. I went to the movies constantly. I had no friends. I didn't I grew up in a small Texas town. The only thing to do was sports. I hated sports. I was good at sports. My dad was a football player. He pushed the sports on me. I told him I hated it. I liked movies. I liked going to the movies. And when I was 10 years old, I saw a whole bunch of movies one summer, and I thought, I think I can do that. And so that's when I started trying to be an actor. Started reading books about it, checking them out from the library, so on and so forth. Yeah, that was it.
Thank you.
You got it?
It's a lot of art. You gotta be self-made with it.
What's that?
A lot of art. You gotta be self-made with it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It skills out
It's
there.
rough.
We got YouTube now. It helps.
It does. It teaches people what they can do.
Right. Come on up, and I'll just let you guys know you're gonna get our last one back in line there. Last question. Yeah, you. Sorry. With the poster. All right, come on up, guys.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bill. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks.
Longtime Dragon Ball fan, even bigger Trunks fan. But I just gotta know, in 25 years of voicing Trunks, do you have a favorite memory or a favorite voice line that you always have yourself repeating in your head, or what's your all-time moment?
No, I don't. My memories, my memories are different from yours. Because you're watching the show, and those lines stick for you, which means I did my job. If a line I said stays in your head, that means that was good work. And so thanks for that compliment. Heather, that was funnier than you gave me credit for. Just it was. So, I don't know, where was I? So I looked at Heather and totally lost it. What? Oh, thanks. Oh, you want to take this panel? Welcome. Heather ruined Christmas, guys, again. So at any rate, it's not my memories are different. My memories are working and learning how to do this particular craft. My memories are going to my first convention, 25 years ago with Chris Sabat, and the weekend that he and I spent there, and our first autograph line together, and going, oh my God, there's 3,000 people here, and everyone's trying to get our autograph. What's happening? And sort of that realization. Other memories, like, I think I was just talking a bit about this, like 6 months ago, or not even 6 months ago at Christmas, when I had dinner with my uncle, and he was like, you still doing that voice acting thing? Yes. So my memories are different. They're different from watching the show because I'm on the other side. I have memories like after I was voicing Trunks for 6 months, my director, Chris Sabat, was like, hey, the guy who's written all of the Trunks stuff in the beginning is here in the building, he's not usually here. I'd like you to come meet the writer of Trunks. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I step out into the hallway, and I look at this guy, and my brain goes, Neil Bly? And this guy looks at me and goes, hi, I'm Neil Bly. Neil Bly lived next door to me in Beaumont, that small town I grew up in, and beat me up all the time. And broke my toys and set them on fire. So my bully growing up ended up somehow being the writer for the thing that established my career. That's no lie.
That's crazy.
That's insanely great story.
It's so crazy. Yeah, so my memories are weird, man. And I've got plenty more, but yeah, I hope that answers.
I appreciate you.
Sure.
Thank you for being much.
Exactly. Thanks. Yo.
Hello, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
My first question is, in October, you talked about Chris Sabat, who asked me to voice act Zoro. If you had any words to say to him, what words would they be?
If I had any words to say to Chris Sabat,
Like, as Sanji, what would you say to him?
oh, as Sanji, I have too many things to say to him as Eric, man. And I do all the time. We're texting each other constantly. And let's see here. What's the last thing he said to me? Oh wait, I can tell you. Here he is. Okay. Alright, so he sent me a whole bunch of They Live posters. You've never seen the movie They Live. Who's seen the movie They Live? Yeah. So you wouldn't even know. So what I say to him is, where can I buy those posters? But as Sanji, the one thing I can tell you is that I was in the booth, I went into the studio, I don't know, it was a year ago, when we were, or maybe a year and a half, I can't remember. But we were in the thick of recording a whole bunch of One Piece, and I was exhausted, because Sanji's a very exhausting character. And I end up in the lobby, and I see him, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And we're just chatting, and he's like, so what are you recording today? And I said, I'm recording One Piece, and I'm just tired, man. And he looks at me and he goes, what? One Piece is easy. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I mean, it's easy for me. My character just mostly sleeps. I'm like, yes, it's easy for you. It is not easy for me. Shut up. Let me go to work. So that's our relationship.
And my second question is, when your character Sanji was training in the Kawabata Kingdom, how was that like, when you were voicing Sanji, how did that feel when he was like, right there when he's running away from all these like, boys getting the girls, like, how did that feel just running, like how your character was doing all that?
That character behind him was voiced by my son. For real.
That's incredible.
For real. My son's an actor too. And so for me it was hilarious that my son had recorded all of that and then I ended up in the booth and having to play off of him doing that. It was so.
I'm going to question on accident. So your son, what character does he play?
My son? I'm not exactly sure. But you can, his name is Quinn Angel with 2 L's. You can look him up on IMDb, it'll all be listed on there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to know how you got the role for Trunks.
Magic. Seriously, just tons.
You're a magician?
Tons of, I actually, no, I'm not.
Oh my god.
I actually grew up as a magician, like doing magic and clowning and stuff like that. But that's a different story. So, I had just been suspended from college because I failed Spanish twice. So you can't do that. And I got my suspension notice in the mail. I'm like, what the heck, man? And then I got an urgent call. I auditioned at Funimation like a months before, just on a whim, because a friend of mine who I was in college theater with came by my work and handed me a phone number to audition. She says, I'm up there doing voiceover, it's work, you'd be good at it. Give it a shot. So I did, I auditioned, and then it was a while later, this one day, I get a suspension notice, and then I get an urgent call to come into the studio to audition. I drive into the studio, they're trying to cast Trunks. I do my audition, I leave, and by the time I get home, because we didn't have cell phones back then, by the time I get home, there's a message on my answering machine that's Chris Sabat casting me in the role, asking me if I could be in the studio the next day. So, that's how that happened.
Wow.
Yo.
Come on up.
Mr. Chris, I do not know you, but I do know Sanji. So,
That's good. That's important.
It's actually my favorite character in One Piece. Next to, yes, I'm sorry. First Luffy, and then Bucky, and then Sanji. Okay. So what's your favorite acting? Like, what do you like better? Someone who's not Tesoro, like Master kind of thing, or complimenting Nami and Robin?
What do I like best between those two
Yes.
things?
The compliments
The Zoro stuff. The Zoro stuff, because anytime I can yell at Chris Sabat, it's a good thing. Makes me happy.
If you could, I'm sorry, I know it's a question. One last thing. If you could make your own insult to follow Sanji, besides Master, what would you personally choose?
My own insults
Yes.
to Zoro?
Yeah, you took him out with Master?
Yeah, I don't know if I can say it here. Too many children. You actually have one on you. Yes.
Easy show.
So I don't think I can say it.
Thank you so much.
It has something to do with free swords being compensation.
Free sword style.
Free sword style? I only need one. Sorry about that.
That's all the time we got left today. Thanks guys so much. One more time for Eric Bell.
Thank you all very much.
Excellent. Are you going to be at your table the rest of the night here?
I will be at my table for the next little bit, but then I gotta go to the airport, so for maybe another 45 minutes, an hour, something like that.
All right. If you got any other questions, head on over there.
Bring it on. Thank you all.
Yeah, mic drop. Woo, go drop.